This video is brought to you by high-quality streaming service Qobuz. Sign up for your free trial using the link below. I'm just going to make this up as I go along because I wrote the script and now I'm changing it, so I don't know how this is going to work out. But I have a lot of gear knocking about here that stays around after reviews are done. A couple of years ago we did the NAIM Uniti Atom, I think when we first started out. Little shoebox amplifier with a DAC and a streamer built in. And this amplifier I come back to time and time again, and not just because of its sound. It gives us 40 watts a channel, which is kind of average, but it's good enough for the Klipsch, definitely. It's good enough for my JBLs. It has a very exciting sound. It tends to favor dynamics over refinement. A lot of people talk about Pratt, pace, rhythm, and timing. And this term only seems to come up when people are talking about NAIM amplifiers. And I did mention this to a NAIM staffer and a guy who works for NAIM when I was at Focal a few months back. And I said, what is it about NAIM amplifiers that causes people to talk about Pratt and also NAIM themselves? And he said, it's because of the power supply. The power supply reacts very responsively. They really focus on making sure that it reacts responsively, very quickly to the demands of the loudspeaker. But that's not necessarily why I keep coming back to this amplifier. Yes, I love the sound, but it's the functionality, the streaming functionality that I really, really dig. And today I want to use this as a sort of a prop, if you like, to talk about how we can get SoundCloud streams, because many people use SoundCloud as a streaming source, how we can get those streams into a hi-fi system, because it's not as easy as you might think. So as we know, SoundCloud is not baked into Roon, and there is no SoundCloud Connect. There's no like Spotify Connect version for SoundCloud. So our first port of call might be Bluetooth, where we stream direct from the phone to the Uniti Atom. And the Uniti Atom does aptX, I believe, so if I use my Android phone, I get the benefit of that. But it's still not what I would call hi-fi quality for home use. I mean, it's okay, it's convenient, it's nice. The next option I have available to me is using Apple's Airplay, but that means I either have to use a MacBook Pro or an iPhone. And the other disadvantage, because it is a disadvantage that you can't really do it through an Android phone, the other disadvantage is that the music travels from the cloud, from SoundCloud, through the phone or through the MacBook to the NAIM Uniti Atom behind me. That's not ideal either. So Bluetooth is super convenient and easy, and you can do it on pretty much any device, but it doesn't sound optimal. Airplay sounds a little bit better, but is restricted to Apple devices, and the audio stream travels through that device. So instead, we have to look to Chromecast support. In the case of the Uniti Atom, Chromecast is built in. I'll explain why that's important in a moment. But what Chromecast allows us to do is any phone app, we can pull up our SoundCloud stream. So I've been listening to a lot of DJ mixes from Efdemin, Richie Hawtin, Luke Slater, and Surgeon recently. And for those of you who really don't use SoundCloud all that much, these mixes are only available on SoundCloud. They are available nowhere else, which is why I love SoundCloud, really. So I pull up, say, Luke Slater's Fumsen Oscar Torn mix, and it's on my phone, and I click the button in the top right, the Chromecast button. And what that does is that sends the link, the streaming link, to the NAIM Uniti Atom behind me, and then it starts to pull the stream from the cloud. Now the Unity Atom isn't perfect actually, because it does stutter a little bit as it tries to sort the stream out and buffer it. But after about 10 seconds, it does settle down. So you kind of, there's a slight quirk there. Now some of you might say, well, why don't you can do this with any amp, any streamer. You can just get a Google Chromecast dongle and hook it into the back of any streaming DAC. Well, you could, but the NAIM Uniti Atom has one other killer feature that, for me, makes the whole process entirely frictionless. And that is auto switching. So I could be playing something from Roon and then go, oh, no, I don't want to listen to this. I want to go to SoundCloud and play that FDM mix. Punch that in, and then the amp itself will auto switch over. I don't have to nominate a TOSLINK input. It just goes to there. And then if I want to go to Spotify Connect afterwards, I can bounce to that again seamlessly. I don't have to get out of my chair. I don't have to push any of the buttons on the supplied remote control or on the device itself. Although I do like engaging with the Unity Atom because it has probably, I think, the best volume wheel in the world, or NAIM has anyway. And they've put a slight, it's not quite the same as the one that's in the statement amp, but it's not far off. It's also frictionless. It just feels beautiful to turn. So the Unity Atom really makes SoundCloud streaming a breeze. And this is not a common feature. We don't see Chromecast built in many devices. And I'm going to be talking about this a lot more going forward because I think it's really important. It's important to people like me who want to do Roon, Spotify, and SoundCloud essentially, so through Chromecast. So for me, this is the holy trinity of streaming support. Roon, Spotify Connect, Chromecast built in. So this is what I look for. And that's why I think I keep coming back to the NAIM Uniti Atom on my off days, that's making it sound like I'm having a bad day. On the days that I'm not working, which is not really very often, but okay, on the times that I'm not actually assessing gear here, I hook in the NAIM Uniti Atom, I can just glide seamlessly between Roon and Spotify Connect and SoundCloud and back again. And I've got this wonderful volume wheel as well. So for me, it's the complete package. It might not be the best, well, no, it's certainly not the best amplifier in the world. I don't care because it talks to the streaming services that I want it to talk to. That for me is as important as the sound. And then the aesthetics, the whole thing, and the volume wheel is just ices that cake. So what's my message today? Is that SoundCloud matters. It's not supported very broadly in many devices through Chromecast. Yeah, Bluetooth and Apple Airplay, not for me. And what's my third point? Shit, do I have a third point? SoundCloud matters. Chromecast support isn't especially broad. And that, I guess my third point is that sound quality is not everything. The whole package matters. Yeah. So if you're like me, SoundCloud is important to you. The only way to really reliably get it into a hi-fi system is through Chromecast. That's if you don't want to use Airplay or Bluetooth. And I think this really matters to, I guess, this idea of the music first audiophile, somebody who wants to maximize the sound quality of music they already have. So even I'm taking it from the cloud, from SoundCloud, it's still my music, so to speak. It's still the music I want to play. Now, I'm never going to settle for just a little Bluetooth speaker. So I want to kind of route that through my hi-fi system to get the best sound possible. Yes, it's lossy streamed. You can improve SoundCloud quality by paying their €5 a month subscription fee. I do that. I think it's worth it. It's still lossy. I can still just about hear that, but I don't care because I have maximized, as far as I can, the sound quality of SoundCloud. And I use the NAIM Uniti Atom to do that because of the frictionless auto switching between streaming inputs. So if all of this is important to you, please stick around. Please subscribe to this channel if you found this video in any way entertaining or whatever. If you took something away from this video, please give this video a like. And as always, thank you so much for watching.